Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Hi everyone. I believe these are the few instances that I have to introduce myself, but what the heck. I am Vitan Prof. Chef, and I'm thrilled and truly honored to be the Valedictorian for Ryerson's graduating acting class of 2017.
Yeah.
Before writing this speech, you know what? I didn't have a clue of what to say about these 4 years in theater school. My mind was just all over the place. And now I bet we're all feeling a plethora of emotions. Confusion, uncertainty, sadness, a feeling of being lost, or maybe gratitude and happiness. It's so hard not having some sort of nostalgia. Like, come on. I'm gonna miss our acting teachers, all of us crying uncontrollably in voice class, rehearsing our zone of silences and putting on all that white makeup for every show. Jeez, theater school's crazy. And it has made us crazy too. I bet the amount of downward dogs that we've done is probably equivalent to how many times we've questioned our career choices. And now more than ever, we're going to be reflecting and looking back and asking ourselves, well, was it worth it? Well, yeah, we can produce multiple white-faced shows, so I think it is. But my belief, it was totally worth it. It was around a month ago when my mom introduced me to this amazing book by Daniel Pink, A Whole New Mind, Why the Right-Brainers Will Rule the World. And it really enabled me to develop a stronger relationship and appreciation towards the arts and their role in this society. We all basically came in here looking to be the best actor, get all the roles, and finish school. But this school has provided us with much more than that. We're artists, a word that is not given its appropriate weightage and appreciation in society yet. Dictionary.com defines art as the expression or application of human creative skills and imagination. I, however, prefer this definition by Albert Einstein. Art is directed toward ennobling man's life, lifting it from the sphere of mere physical existence and mediocrity and leading the individual towards freedom. Winston Churchill said, if we cut the art subsidies, then what else are we fighting for? Why did we choose this theater school, though? In these 4 years, we've mastered most, if not all, of the highest valued skill sets of the future as we're moving from this logical, computeristic age of the information age to a more conceptual age. An age built on inventive, empathic, and big picture capabilities of the human mind. Theater school taught us 3 important things, which I will elaborate today. Empathy, storytelling, and concept thinking. First year was scary, right? We were scared to share ourselves, to share our story, to unleash our full potential, as is anybody. Being pushed to be in front of each other and open ourselves up emotionally really asks of us a lot. It asks us to battle our self-oppressions of doubt, fear, and worry, and to give of our hearts without fear of being hurt. And that is the ultimate act of human courage. Spring awakening, we would do countless exercises and also sit around in circles as we would share stories about how we each went through puberty to better understand the world of the play. And yet, it not only made us empathetic towards the characters of that play, but we really started listening to each other and being there for each other on stage and in life. We have the opportunity as artists not only to pour our hearts out on the stage, but also to give justice and a voice to another person's words on a sheet of paper. And because we put ourselves in someone else's shoes to understand the bigger picture and to engage fully, we became stronger people. Empathy breaks down those barriers, the walls that we have, especially our egos. We learn the more that we're true to ourselves, the more we can connect genuinely with and contribute to the world. Empathy can cure, and it's used more and more in our current modern medical practices. And as a collective, we shaped each other and our audiences, and that's the power of empathy. Now, we all know that storytelling is our profession. But it was during the possibilities this first semester of 4th year when I realized how important it is. In this play, we told several stories from history of people behaving under certain extreme circumstances and conditions. Though there were no dates and no facts to read, these dates and facts were put into a beautiful context by Howard Barker. And we delivered and told that story with an emotional impact that not only affected us, but also our audience. Remember how exhausted we were in the end? But it's such a satisfying feeling. We gave it all to tell those stories of those individuals. Stories should not be overlooked. They teach, influence, persuade, help, and enhance our understanding about the world around us and ourselves. Ursula K. Le Guin said, "The story, from Rumpelstiltskin all the way to War and Peace, is one of the basic tools invented by the human mind for the purpose of understanding. There have been great societies that did not use the wheel, but there have been no societies that did not tell stories. Sometimes people need stories more than food to keep them alive. For myself, I love my vulnerability Monday chats with Kirsten, or my Swiss chalet dates with Sebastian Biasucci, or creating that Barbie gangster skit with my best friend Lee are far more fulfilling than having my 5,000 Instagram followers or 23 Snapchat streaks. I'll take that any day." What's that third thing that theater school taught us? Concept thinking. As artists, we deal and work with concepts, metaphors, and analogies. One person said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, a metaphor is worth 1,000 pictures. Those 1,000 details in a play mean nothing to us or our audience until we get together and give that text a greater meaning and a context and connect it to a broader context of the production and its impact on the audience and society. We did that with Clown. We created a show that revolved around the concept of humor and laughter. Clown taught us, though, the ability to see, create, and to enjoy humor and laughter in our lives, and to learn to take things lightheartedly. The impact of those small little funny stories could be far greater than any other production that we've done. No one will ever forget our Clown show. Our role is to be mindful of the concepts we bring to the stage and from the stage to the audience, because we are legit touching people's hearts and minds and shaping their thoughts, hopes, dreams, and desires, whether we like it or not. These are the three things that cannot be automated or outsourced to Asia by society and put into an app. But they're so critical. Now, what do we do with all these skill sets? We just go out and find an agent and audition? Well, yes and no. We need to reclaim our own agenda as individuals, to have clarity in what we want to accomplish in our lives. Not be distracted by mediocrity and our lowest impulses for comfort, convenience, and security, but to be driven by something far greater, something far more powerful that motivates us to wake up each day and tackle on whatever there is. A purpose that requires both challenge and contribution. The only thing that is in our way is our psyche. And there's two perennially reoccurring themes in our lives: struggle and progress. They both require each other. Struggle is inevitable, but suffering isn't. It's either we choose fear to win or freedom. We honor the struggle in rehearsal, and we created amazing productions. Let us honor the struggle in our lives and progress and soar. Let us not forget these important values and skills that intersect all careers, whether we decide to act, produce, direct, dance, become lawyers, doctors. At the end of the day, we are still artists, and the way we connect to that will be different because of that. Let us continue to living fully, loving openly and unapologetically, and to matter to our community. The world needs us, and they want us. It's not a 1 in a billion chance. Hold on to this precious momentum and be clear on what you want and go get it. Thank you so much.
How old are you?
21.
That's a mindset.
21.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Wow.
I'm like, there was one point in the middle of your speech, I was like, can I get this recorded so I can like listen to this every morning? Motivate myself.
Yeah, Maria.